Nadira Joshi, and I thought I could do a video today on why you cannot find your personal sense of style and why things always look weird or off on you. First things first, who is your style inspiration? So this is a really important question because a lot of people, when they want to start dressing better or they want to start looking better, they don't really know what kind of style they want to emulate, and trying to accomplish something you haven't set out or defined to accomplish is kind of a useless goal, because how can you accomplish something that you don't even know what the accomplishment is? That's crazy. So first things first, you want to find people or like places or just like things in general that you really like the vibe of. Like, for example, I have friends, and I have this one friend, right, and she is really into like hip-hop. She loves the edgy aesthetic, edgy styles, and that kind of stuff. So I was telling her, you might want to go into looking at like streetwear and like looking at like street style stuff and looking into, you know, that sort of like style, that sort of aesthetic, that sort of like genre of like just look, basically. And I have another friend, and she, you know, her vibe is much more like soft. She doesn't really love like a really intense colors. She loves like muted colors, pink, purple, you know. And I told her, like, go and find little things, like get on Pinterest, right? Make a Pinterest board of like all of your like fashion icons, like people you love. Make a list of like what those people are, what those people are into, like what those people kind of like, the style inspiration. Pay attention to the fabrics. That's really important. Pay attention to fabrics that really stand out to you. Pay attention to the way that they, you know, have kind of like composed themselves, maybe their composure. That's super key, because that's going to help you and help you look better, help you elevate your appearance, and sort of at least get a vibe. Like, you know your vibe. Because when you know your vibe, it's easier to find things that work for you and things that don't work for you. A lot of times people, when they like don't like, when things don't work for them, they're like, oh, this is not working for me. Like, this is a good, like, you know, that like, this is working for me or this is not working for me. That is very much so stemmed in like what your original like idea is, or and what you want, and also what works for you based on your style and stuff like that. So next part of this video, now that you've gotten like kind of like your style inspiration down, like maybe it's Taylor Swift, maybe you love like a cozy girl vibe, maybe you're much more into like the ballet core, that aesthetic, that's very cute. Maybe you're into kind of a more edgy aesthetic, maybe you love like leather, you love like, you know, like the motorcycle boyfriend aesthetic, like that's like your thing. All aesthetics valid, but you want to make sure to find pieces in your wardrobe that you actually already have, because if you have this idea in your head, like, this is kind of what I want to look like, then you probably already have stuff in your wardrobe that kind of complements what, like, the image that you want to create. Maybe you're super into athleisure, you're like, I want to be like super athletic, I want my vibe to be athletic. Great. So pick out the pieces in your wardrobe that you kind of already use or kind of have that kind of go with that certain aesthetic, and keep like putting, like, keep using that like certain piece, certain item. Like, make sure that that like piece and that item is getting well used in your closet, because a lot of times we want to make sure that what we're actually doing is kind of aligning with what we want to do, or where we want to be, or what we kind of want to look like, right? So after you kind of decided, like, yes, this is, I have these clothes that are kind of aligned with where I want to be when it comes to aesthetic, now the important part after that is to find more pieces and stuff like that that really complement your aesthetic. If you like, obviously, if you've all the money in the world, then a good way to do this is maybe go to the mall. Malls are a little harder, they're a little hit and miss, because malls are just like so much stuff that you don't really know what's gonna work for you, you don't know if it's gonna be like your vibe, so that's kind of hit or miss. Online boutiques, that's a really good one, because a lot of times people on like YouTube or TikTok, if you see someone wearing something like that, you can screenshot it like on your phone, and then you can use the Google Lens app to like look up that like certain jacket or their pants. Find stuff that like really complements your aesthetic. You can literally go to Walmart, Target, like those places have like the cutest stuff ever these days, and if you live like near one, that's great. Amazon, AliExpress, also more budget friendly options. and kind of find pieces that kind of like will pair really well into your everyday, because you don't just want to create this like idealized aesthetic that you hope to be there one day but you're never going to get there. You want an aesthetic that you can actually implement every single day and is going to be very practical, because you don't want to waste your time in the morning getting dressed, especially if you're the average person, not me, but the average person who is not spending like hours every day thinking about what they're wearing. So make sure to find like a very generalized amount of like clothes, stuff like that, that you like kind of are into, think it's like kind of cool. That is what is really going to help you, and it's going to help you also like narrow down what like kind of like your aesthetic vibe and your wardrobe. Next, you want to get rid of everything that doesn't actually complement your aesthetic, because if you have like all these random clothes in your closet that are just living there and you're not really wearing any of them, it's just like collecting dust. A good way to kind of fix that is to either sell them. Goodwill, they take donations. Donate your clothes that you don't wear, because they're just taking up closet space, and you want to actually buy clothes that will create a more beautiful and impactful like wardrobe, and it's just a waste of time. And maybe that's also free money sitting in your like closet. Just sell them. Like someone will be very happy to find them, if they're in good condition, that is, of course. Next, accessories. This is very important, and I feel like a lot of people don't really know that what makes your outfit look intentional and meaningful are the accessories. Those accessories will take your outfit from like a 2 to an 8, or an 8 to a 10. That will really create that extra like to your like to your outfits. So to kind of like create that like effect, a lot of like really cool like accessories I've seen are like belts, necklaces, rings, earrings. That's very important. Like even like bows. I've seen a lot of girls like these days like wear like bows. That's so cute. I have like a bunch of different earrings. These are the pair that I just bought, but I also have like a really large amount of like different earrings. Like I have like Indian pairs of earrings that I wear with my like more Western outfits. I have like more American earrings. I even have like, I think this like really cute Korean brand near my college that also like sells like these super like amazing little like earrings that I wear too. So just like finding those like subtle small things to elevate your outfit is going to be the trick and the key to kind of adding a level of flair and a level of like flavor to something that you might not have really looked into, or really like that. Even a very basic outfit can be elevated by the right amount of jewelry, the right amount of like look, the right amount of like, maybe you have to tie it, maybe you have to kind of like crop it. That is also something, because there's a lot of like different sweatshirts. Like for example, this one is kind of long, but I had to crop it with like 2 like rubber bands, which I like tied on the sides and I tucked them in, and that made the outfit look so much cuter. Another thing, like if you're a guy or a girl, like playing with your makeup and like having different looks, that's also super key. Like I used to not wear like a lot of makeup, but I started to wear like more makeup, and I try to like coordinate my makeup looks to my outfits. So like today I'm kind of dressed in something that's more like academic, I will say, a study day for me. So my hair was kind of up, and I kind of took it down for the purposes of this video, but like maybe I would just like tie it up, maybe I'll take like a couple strands and I'll like pull those out. And I have these like really cute eyelashes. I did my eyeliner kind of to complement them, and the wispy look looks very nice. And then for like lip stuff, I have like this lipstick that I used kind of to add like a little like very light muted pink. So just make sure that your makeup goes with your outfit. You don't have to do an everyday makeup look. This is what I feel like a lot of people get wrong, is that they have like this every single day makeup look that they use, and they're like, this is my basic stable look. And like, yes, it is good to have basic steps, but switch it up, be different. Don't just stick to like one look every single day, because that gets boring, and you will get bored of the same thing. And it's just fun to have a good new makeup look. Like just experiment, try it out, have fun. Especially if you're young. If you're kind of old, this probably is not going to be the best advice, because that's more mature, and there's probably a certain look and vibe that you want to create. But if you're younger, you know, this is a great time to experiment, especially because, you know, nothing is set in stone, nothing is like solid, like nothing is going to be like very permanent. So just have fun, you know, see what works for you and try out different aesthetics. Thrifting is really good for this because, you know, you might think like, oh, this is going to be my aesthetic forever, but then it changes, or this I would never do, but you try it out and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. So just make sure to not like commit to one thing and just try to like space it out and see like, oh, this is fun, that's fun. Like, be okay with trying things out and then not working for you, but also be okay with like actually having something work for you and like seeing the result and seeing how amazing it can be. That is all I have for you guys today. Bye. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, or no, subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. I have it linked in my bio. And bye. Have a good one.